Phase 1. The Plan. Your heart thuds against your ribs like a hammer. You are standing ankle-deep in a fortune that defies human comprehension. Diamonds, rubies, emeralds, bundles of raw, untraceable cash. The air inside the underground vault is freezing, but sweat stings your eyes. You hold a flashlight, its beam cutting through the dark and illuminating safe deposit boxes ripped open and gutted. In exactly 2 days, the world will discover you have just committed the largest, most impossible heist in modern history, a haul of more than $100 million. And in exactly 4 days, your entire masterpiece will be destroyed by a sudden panic attack and a half-eaten salami sandwich. You are a professional thief. You specialize in the long game. You have set your sights on the diamond capital of the world, 2 square miles in a European city where 80% of the planet's rough diamonds pass through every single year. At the center of it all stands your target, a fortress buried 2 floors beneath the street, a vault protected by 10 layers of cutting-edge, military-grade security. You do not break into a place like this with guns. You break in with patience. You rent an office inside the building. You invent a fake company. You buy tailored Italian suits. You introduce yourself to the guards, the merchants, the brokers. Every morning you walk through the metal detectors, smiling and bringing espresso. You build an identity so boring, so completely ordinary, that you become invisible. You are the charming jeweler from Turin. For 27 months you maintain this agonizing illusion. You sit in your rented office listening to the hum of the building, mapping camera blind spots in your head. You study the routines, the rhythms, the security habits. You are a predator perfectly camouflaged in tall grass. Phase 2. The Infiltration. The vault itself is a masterpiece of paranoia. You ride the elevator down to the second sublevel to study it. You even rent a safe deposit box so you can gain legitimate access. Each time the guards open the heavy steel gate, you walk in calmly, but your eyes scan every inch of the room. There is a magnetic field on the door, a seismic sensor that detects the faintest vibration in the concrete, an infrared heat detector, a Doppler radar system that tracks movement in total darkness, a light sensor that triggers the alarm if a single beam of light hits it, and the vault door itself, 3 tons of solid steel. A combination dial with 100 million possible combinations, paired with a foot-long, double-pronged key kept under strict guard control. Everyone says it is impossible, but systems are built by humans, and humans are arrogant. So you build your own replica of the vault inside an abandoned warehouse. You assemble a crew of 4 specialists. Night after night you practice defeating the sensors. You do not use futuristic gadgets. You use hardware store trash. A carefully carved block of styrofoam can hold the magnetic plates together once they are unscrewed from the wall. A squirt of cheap hairspray coats the thermal sensor and blinds it to body heat. The Doppler radar will not trigger if you move slower than a millimeter per second. A custom aluminum pole lets you slide a black shield over the light sensor in total darkness. Then you steal the key. 3 seconds is all it takes. 3 seconds to distract the guard, swap the real key with a crude fake, press the original into a block of molding clay hidden in your coat, and slide it back before he turns around. You forge the key in a makeshift workshop. You are ready. Phase 3. The Execution. It is a freezing Saturday night in mid-February. The Diamond District is closed for the weekend. The streets are empty. The guards sit upstairs watching camera feeds that show nothing but silent hallways. You are inside the elevator shaft. The air smells like grease and cold steel. One by one, you and your team slide down the cables toward the sublevels. You bypass the first gate and stand in front of the 3-ton vault door. The silence is deafening. "Don't move," you whisper. Your electronics expert threads a microscopic wire into the magnetic lock, overriding the signal. You insert the forged key. You dial the combination you secretly recorded weeks earlier with a hidden microcamera disguised inside a fire extinguisher. You grab the heavy steel wheel. You pull. The 3-ton door swings open without a sound. Inside the vault, it is pitch black. You move with agonizing slowness. One sudden shift in body heat, one careless movement, and alarms will echo across the city. You apply the hairspray. You wedge the styrofoam. You shield the light sensor. 10 layers of world-class security fall apart under $50 worth of household items. It's done. You turn on your flashlights. For the next 6 hours, you become laborers in a diamond mine. Cordless drills whine. Custom crowbars snap locks open one after another. Snap, snap, snap. Velvet bags spill open. Cut diamonds pour onto the floor like worthless gravel. You uncover bricks of euros, pounds, and dollars. Gold bars stacked inside velvet trays. The sheer volume of wealth is overwhelming. Your duffel bags fill until the seams stretch and threaten to tear. Your clothes are soaked with sweat. Your hands blister from the work. You empty 109 safe deposit boxes before you finally stop. You cannot carry any more. Millions in loose diamonds remain scattered across the floor, abandoned. You don't care. You have already won. You drag the bags up the elevator shaft, step into the freezing dawn air, load the rental car, and drive away. You have just committed the perfect crime. But that is when things begin to fall apart. Phase 4, the cracks. Sunday morning. You are driving toward the French border. The adrenaline that carried you through the night begins to fade. In its place comes something worse. Paranoia. At your feet are black garbage bags, the most dangerous objects in the world. They contain the trash from your safe house, burner phones, receipts, invoices for surveillance equipment, shredded schematics of the vault, empty wine bottles, and the remains of your meals. Half-eaten sandwiches. The plan is simple. Drive to a remote location in France, burn everything to ash. But the man sitting beside you is unraveling. He is older. The stress of the heist has shattered his nerves. He stares constantly into the rearview mirror, convinced the police are right behind you. "We need to go," he gasps. "Stop the car. Dump it here." You argue. You shout. Then he reaches for the door handle while you are still driving. You slam the brakes. The car skids to a stop on a quiet dirt road bordered by thick woods. Your partner drags the garbage bags out of the trunk and throws them into the brush. He doesn't bury them. He doesn't burn them. He simply leaves them in the mud. You speed away toward the border, convincing yourself it doesn't matter. You are in the clear. You are wrong. Phase 5, the unraveling. Monday morning. A retired farmer walks his dog along a quiet roadside in Belgium. He despises litter and constantly calls the police about teenagers dumping trash on his property. When he sees the black garbage bags in the bushes, he sighs in frustration. He grabs a stick and pokes the bag, hoping to find a piece of mail with an address so he can report the culprit. Instead, he finds a torn invoice. He squints at the paper. The words read, "Diamond Center." At the exact same moment across the city, a security guard walks into the vault. The 3-ton door is slightly open. He steps inside. Diamonds cover the floor like spilled gravel. The alarm system is silent. The impossible has happened. Meanwhile, police responding to the farmer's complaint expect nothing more than a littering fine. Instead, they discover the holy grail of forensic evidence. The shredded papers are taped back together in the lab. They reconstruct invoices for surveillance equipment purchased by your fake company. But the fatal clue is simpler. A grocery store receipt for a salami sandwich. Inside the bag, investigators find the sandwich itself, half-eaten, tossed away during the panic. They swab the bitten edge and extract pristine saliva, DNA, a biological signature linking you to the trash, and the trash to the vault. Phase 6, the collapse. You are back in Italy with your share of the diamonds, millions in untraceable stones. You could disappear forever, but arrogance is a disease. Your rental car still sits in Belgium, registered under your fake merchant identity. If it stays there, investigators might begin asking questions. Your identity is clean. You are certain the police have no idea who you are. So you go back. You fly to Belgium, dress in your tailored Italian suit, and walk directly into the Diamond Center like an outraged victim. You approach the police line and demand to know what has happened to your safe deposit box. A detective turns toward you. He glances at you. Then he glances down at his notepad. When he looks back up, he does not ask about the vault. He asks about your company and a receipt for video equipment. Your stomach drops into a bottomless abyss. 2 officers step behind you and clamp cold steel handcuffs around your wrists. The detective leans closer. "You forgot your lunch," he says. You sit alone in a gray concrete cell. You spent more than 2 years planning the most sophisticated heist in modern history. You defeated infrared sensors, seismic detectors, radar systems, and a vault door designed to resist anything on Earth. You did everything perfectly. And you lost everything because someone couldn't finish a sandwich.